Hello, welcome to another video where today I'm talking about self-love, self-acceptance and acceptance, just regular acceptance. Quite a packed episode, but I want to cover all these topics together. They're kind of interlinked and you'll see why as I go through them, but yeah. Let's start with self love though, which I did love before. Yeah, and I talked about love, different types of love. Is love real or not? Blah blah blah. I talked about regular love in a previous episode, but I wanted to cover self, you know, love, and you'll soon see, you'll soon see why I have all three together. Um, for one, but let's talk about self love first. So self love is loving yourself. That despite the world might not love you, people might be cruel or whatever because people can, suck. That despite all of it, you gotta, love yourself and, grow as, a person, which is, why I also have self acceptance, to accept yourself, every, parts of you, like to, love and accept yourself no matter what. And then, I was thinking about, regular acceptance. I realized something. I don't really like regular acceptance, and let me explain before you jump to conclusions. So for regular acceptance is accepting the, I guess, world as it is, just accepting things as they are, which, people can do, Buddhists have done it, and I admire, Buddhists, but with my philosophy, I don't want to accept how the world is. The world sucks. That's why I don't exactly gel with acceptance. I want to fix things, and that's why I don't gel with acceptance, because acceptance is, accepting, the world as it is, or its parts and pieces, and yeah, I'll forever admire, Buddhists and stuff, like, monks, people that can do it, but everyone can do it, that means, there will be problems. So acceptance is good in, theory, but in practicality is not that grand. That's why I like self-acceptance more, because it's more focused to just yourself, accepting who you are as who you are. I like that more than regular acceptances. They're kinda, oddly enough, despite both having, the word acceptance, are kinda, different. It's like trying to compare apples and oranges. Like, they might be both fruits, but, you know, fundamentally there are some differences between the two. So they might, both share the same word, but, fundamentally have those differences. So yeah, that's why, I guess don't gel with regular acceptance because, it fundamentally, I guess, goes against what I've been, trying to do. Fix things. It means that I cannot, technically accept, the situation. So that's why, regular acceptance, I just don't gel with. It doesn't, fit into, I guess, my beliefs solidly enough. Where self-acceptance is very important to me. If not like one of those top things that are like the most important. It's very oddly contradictory when one type of acceptance I hardly see value in, where the other type, I see a ton of value in. It's oddly contradictory, but I guess, that's the nature of life. Things are weirdly contradictory when you think on the surface they're similar, but when you really think about it, how different, the two are, you can start to see and, understand, they aren't really the same. So yeah. So, I'm never gonna just accept things. I'm gonna, fight to the end. So regular acceptance is out of my books. For basically the most part. I mean, there's probably some things, I can accept, like accepting other people's differences. That part I like. That part is a good part. That fits well with, my beliefs. But other parts of acceptance, I guess I just don't gel with. So some parts I do, some parts I don't. Because even though it might seem, simple on the surface, there's a lot of different things to acceptance. It isn't just one facet or another, which is why self-acceptance and, I guess, accepting others are both, like high in my books, where regular is not. Like the the kind of Buddhist mentality of acceptance is the probably closest comparison I can give to it. But it's technically, more, complicated than that. But that's, closest comparison I think I can, you know, give. But there's always, you know, finer details and all that would, you know, make a difference. But yeah, either way, there's some parts I love and some parts not for me. But anyway, I should get to a point. The point is, I guess, love yourself, accept yourself, you know, accept others. But you don't have to accept the world because the world sucks. You can do what you want to do. Like, don't be confined to shackles. You know, break free. And all that. So yeah, I guess that's kind of the point I want to make. Yeah, and you know, all the good stuff versus, you know, why I feel like it's, you know, not necessary. As sometimes that stuff can just hold you back from doing greater things. So yeah, hopefully, you know, I've explained myself, I guess, well, on, you know, the differences, you know, why I see things, you know, one way versus another. And of course, you're, you know, free to do your own thing. All I'm trying to do is, you know, potentially give advice, you know, to, you know, help out, help the world, you know, change the world. My final message. But seriously, you know, I want to help rather than, you know, hurt, because there's too much pain and I rather, you know, happiness over pain. But yeah, yeah, pain is sucky, happiness is good. But yeah, I guess I don't have much else to say than, you know, find it in yourself to, you know, love yourself and accept yourself. Don't let the whole world diminish you. And, you know, accept others, but you don't need to necessarily accept the world. You can, you know, fight against the world, do better, you know, do greater things, you know. But if you're, you know, the acceptance type, you know, that's perfectly fine. Yeah, again, as I say, I like, you know, the Buddhist, you know, monks sort of deal. Yeah, and I guess, you know, as have a very a lightened look on the world. Very, I guess, very positive one. I wish, I could have, you know, the same level of positivity. Not that I'm, inherently negative, but I'm, more of a realist at times than, a pure optimist. I do try and be optimistic, but, things aren't always so simple, so, tend to be more the realist and don't really want to be the pessimist. As there's definitely been times where, felt very pessimistic about things. So, this is my attempt at, trying to change the tide. Change the tide to make things better. But I don't know. At times, all I can hope is my best. Either way, I think that's enough for this talk topic video. So yeah, accept yourself, accept others. Just do better. Kindness and understanding, as I always say. And I'll definitely get to, kindness one of these days. But yeah, that'll do it for this talk topic video. So peace, thank you, and goodbye. Till the next one.